Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. So I showed you in a previous video that I was doing these tiles, and what I've done so far is 3 of them. I've put the cork backing on them, and it was cut out from a large roll that I had hauled a little while ago from Dollarama, and I just cut off a sheet and attach them. And what I did was I used E6000, and then I used my hot glue just to hold it there. Then I used my brayer to roll it and keep it nice, and I've let it sit. This one is the last one that I let sit. Okay, so what I did was, after I did the cork, I put 1 layer of Mod Podge all around, and including the edges, because they were a little bit rough here. You know, you feel them and they were a little bit rough. So I put 1 layer on there. Then I added, after I cut this out of the napkin, I added the shell on here, and then I just put Mod Podge on the top. Now it does need another coat, but that's what I've done so far. So I've got 3 of them done, and I like them on an angle. Well, I had no choice because they wouldn't fit otherwise. So now what I need to do is the last one, and this has got to be the easiest one to do, because as soon as I can open it up here, once I cut it out, just cut it out of the napkin, and then all I'm doing is fussy cutting around. And once I do that, the backing just falls apart. It just falls right off. So I was very fortunate that I didn't have to worry about separating the last layer, because I only wanted the one. You know, it comes in 2 layers here. So all I'm going to do is I will fussy cut this out, and I will be right back. Okay, so once I have fussy cut it out, you can see that it just separates all by itself with this thin little piece here. And then it's ready. Once I Mod Podge that, it's ready to just fit right on there, and I find the angle is perfect for it. I was worried when I first got it. I tried this, but I didn't like it, and with the angle it makes it nice and different. Alrighty, so now all I have to do is get my my brush. I really love these brushes. I had picked these up at the dollar store, I believe, and they are so resilient. I have used it 3 or 4 times. It's just like soft hair, and it works so well. So all I do, because I've only got a little bit left, let's see if we can get rid of most of this. Now, from previous Mod Podging, sometimes little pieces will get in, because didn't want to use it all up. So all I'm doing is I just plop it on there, and I'm just going around the sides, because I want to make sure that they are nice and smooth. And of course, not get any all over me. And once in a while, I'll get these hairs, or these little pieces that, have come from another job. I just take it off of there. So all I'm doing is just spreading it around. All right, and then I'm just going to go in one direction, and now I'm going to put, now this is this tricky part here, was putting this on and not having it too off. Trying to get it a little bit more. And of course what happens too is that once you lift it, the napkin curls. So all I'm using is my hand to kind of gently pat it down, and it goes down really, really easily. And this one here, I did a little bit crooked. See, that happens when I'm off camera, on camera. Things go wrong, and then when you're doing them at home and not worried about filming, I try and go out and make sure I get all the edges. And like I say, this is just my one coat, and I want to be ever so gentle to make sure that I get all the edges. And I do have to pour a little bit more. Let it sit. And I just want to go around the edges to make sure there's nothing bubbling around. And then all I do is wash my brush, dry it out, and it's good as new. So now I'm going to leave that, and it should turn out like this. Now I'm going to put second coat and maybe even a third coat on these. I mean, they're not absolutely perfect, but I really like sort of the bumps and the... Anyway guys, thanks for joining me on this little DIY. See you in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.